Hi, my name's Chris, and I'm a person in recovery. I've been in recovery for about 4 years. To me, the key into recovery is optimism, and having proper coping skills and tools to help you deal with fears and anxieties of everyday life. Most of my fears involve myself, what I can become due to my own psychotic disorder. And a lot of times I channel those fears into my own writing, creating horror stories. I do write under the category of horror, and for many, many years I have felt ashamed of what I write. But that very shame causes me to see things in a way that provokes an optimism about my stories. It's kind of like a light shining into a dark place. Even though there's a lot of darkness, there's one sliver of light can make a lot of difference. As for how it relates to recovery, the purpose of writing horror and reading horror for me is optimism. And that optimism comes from the fact of me believing that things can get much worse than they already are. You can go through so much, but with me, for horror, reading horror and watching horror causes me to believe, my life's not that bad. What you are watching may be fake, but some of those horrors are stuff that's a lot worse than what you're experiencing at the time, whether it's depression, loss of a family member, loss of a friend. There's always a key and there's always a door for you to get through what you're going through. I actually believe that any story of horror should be about the paranormal, and the paranormal should be something people should grab out of a basket and put their own real fears. People have fears about anxiety, depression, losing someone. And if you grab a fake fear, let's say vampires or werewolves or man-eating toads, you grab that fear and you put your own personal fears in, and to me, horror gives me, when reading, watching, and writing, it gives me shelter from actual fears and anxieties that has always affected me. Because in my stories, there's a lot of things that happen a lot worse than what happens in my own life. And therefore I keep optimistic by writing, and keeping my writing life and my real life in a complete balance, which is also the reason why I like the yin-yang. The yin-yang, for me, has always been very symbolic. It's my own personal symbol, because I've always believed in having the right amount of this and that so you can balance it out and just give yourself time for yourself and time for other people. Like writing, friends are very important in my recovery. This is because friends offer me companionship and a bond in which my writing cannot give me. The purpose for me saying all of this is to help people maintain their own recovery, and to make sure that whatever your personal coping skill is, that it does not do harm to you or anybody else that you come in contact with, and it makes yourself feel happy and a lot stronger in your recovery.